Good morning, my rogue readers. My name is Erin Rogoff, and welcome back to my BookTube channel, where the topic of conversation is books, all day, every day. In today's video, I would like to rank the books I have read in August and September of 2021 from best to worst. There are no worst reads, so I'll just say that the awesomeness of these books rank from great to pretty good beginner reads. So, shall we get right into the video? The first book that I would love to rave about is Savage Vow by Zoe Blake. I read this in August and finished it in September. This is a dark romance novel. It is a Russian mafia love story. And in Russia, Samara is placed in an arranged marriage to mafia lord Gregor Ivanov, who has my heart, but she runs away to the United States and goes into hiding. Now, 3 years into his search, Gregor Ivanov has finally found Samara, and he refuses to let her go again. First, I have a book boyfriend. Marry me, Gregor Ivanov. He is perfect. I love him. I love his character development, his protective nature, his dominant alpha male personality, and his kinkiness. I absolutely love him as a character, and I would marry him tomorrow if he was a real person today. Second, this book gets its darkly romantic hooks in you and refuses to let you go until you have finished devouring this whole series. I cannot wait to finish reading this whole series. Third, this book really put me into a dark romance mood. So the dark romance genre is my latest obsession, and this book was perfect for me from start to finish. So I recommend this book to anyone who enjoys dark love stories or who wants to support an indie author, because Zoe Blake is a popular indie author. I would also have to say that this is the absolute best book that I have read in August and September, no question about that. The next book that I would like to rave to you about is Lucky Girl by Jamie Paxton. This is a young adult fiction novel with LGBT undertones. It's about this underage girl named Fortuna Jane Bellwether, who likes to go by her nickname Jane instead of Fortuna. And she is underage and wins $58 million in the lottery, then goes on a journey of self-discovery as she figures out how to cash the ticket without getting into any trouble with the law. One of my favorite things about this book was the low-key LGBT theme. Jane was bisexual, but it wasn't the main point of the story. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with an LGBT fiction book. I love them myself. But this book didn't solely focus on Jane having boyfriends and girlfriends. It was a journey of self-discovery, and then my favorite part, besides the whole book, was the epilogue, where Jane was over her ex-boyfriend, and then she mentioned, hey, there's a cute surfer girl that I like, let's see what happens. I loved that. I just thought it was so perfect. And I would have to say that this book is a close second favorite compared to Savage Vow. The third book that I would like to rave about is The Knife of Never Letting Go. I read this in September and I am still reading it, but I wanted to rave about it anyway, so yes, in this case, I am jumping the gun with this book. This is a young adult sci-fi novel, and it is actually a whole dystopian trilogy with novels included, and I have every single book and novella in this entire series. It's about this boy named Todd who lives in a cultish town called Prentice Town, where there are only men and the religious reign over everyone. When Todd escapes Prentice Town with his talking dog Manchi, they run into a girl named Viola. Todd thought that all the girls of the world were killed after this so-called noise germ infected the New World, which was formerly Earth. As far as I am aware, I'm a little bit confused on that. But this noise germ makes it possible for everyone's thoughts to be heard as clearly as someone talking. So there's literally no privacy with your own thoughts, which is pretty weird to me. When Todd needs to warn the people of a nearby settlement after finding out that women were not affected by the noise germ, he is chased by the Prentice Town men, and he isn't the only one in danger because Manchi and Viola are being hunted down as well. The Chicago Tribune says this book is a read alone, stay up way too late to read this book sort of book. And that statement, I believe, is so true. Another book that I have been reading is Den of Vipers by K.A. Knight. It is a dark romance reverse harem love story, and this book focuses on this girl named Roxy, who is taken captive by the Vipers, Ryder, Kenzo, Diesel, and Garrett, as payment for a debt by her deadbeat dad, who owed the Vipers. When Roxy falls for each of the Vipers, and they fall for her too, will she want to leave them, or will she actually become one of the Vipers? This is my first hardcore reverse harem dark romance novel, which I got for free online, so you can't beat that price. And I wasn't sure I would love this book as much as I do, but there's no doubt of two things. First, I love K.A. Knight's work, as this is intense, hot, heavy, and absolutely thrilling, even though the plot is sort of introduced halfway through the book, and the first part was just smut, and the third part was all resolving, character development, that sort of thing. Second, I have a book boyfriend. It's Diesel. I'm pretty sure about another thing too, that I have problems and should probably seek therapy after falling for this hot as heck sadist. Another book that I would like to chat about is Sorcery of Madness Hunted by Kate Kennelly. I read this book in August, and it is a young adult fantasy novella. It's about this princess who seeks to aid the people of her kingdom through a fatal outbreak of disease, but she needs to flee her parents' tyrannical rule to be safe. And when she journeys across the land, she promises to return a stronger ruler and with a cure. Can she do it? When I read the end of the novella, I was reminded of Arya Stark's final scene in Game of Thrones, how she left on a ship with adventure in her eyes, and this book captured that cliffhanger ending. And if you know me, you know I am a sucker for fantasy, so I definitely want to read this entire series, even if it's targeted for 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds. That is all for today, so if you enjoyed my video, hit that like button to show some support, subscribe to my BookTube channel to get more videos like this, turn on those notifications to be notified when I have a brand new video uploaded. Keep on reading, and have a great day, everyone!